tournament, much to the delight of his wife, Joy. And our Lindsay Czarniak is with TJ now.
TJ Cloutier rolls on into the next round. What did you feel like the tempo of that match was?
I felt real good about it. I was holding a few more tickets than him, and then I went over the top of him a couple times and made him lay down. And if it was a stud game, it would be different. I mean, he'd be, what we used to say, he'd tear me up and spit me out for change in stud, but he's playing hold'em now.
Thanks, TJ.
And thank you, Lindsay. TJ makes a good point, Gabe.
Yes, stud and hold'em are different games, and aggressiveness counts a lot in hold'em.
But speaking of aggressive play, here is Chip Reese looking at only one of his hole cards and betting out, raising to 2,600.
He doesn't have to look at the other one. He's been playing aggressive this whole match. Henry's looked at an ace-king, though.
And Henry will go all in. And after checking that other card, Chip Reese throws away the hand.
Oh. Henry has been holding up very well against Chip Reese. He continues to build his small lead.
And at another one of our outer tables, Barry Greenstein has a sizable chip advantage over Lee Salem.
Very interesting thing has happened here, Matt. Lee was so short stacked. He says he thought he was playing blackjack. He went all in with a 4-7 offsuit. And Barry Greenstein called him in the dark with a 6-8. Lee's hoping to double up instead of double down.
And the flop brings deuce tray 5, so both players flop a straight draw.
Right, Lee needs an ace, a 6 or 7 to stay in the match.
The turn card pairs the deuces on the board.
And Lee still needs an ace, a 6 or a 7, or he'll be eliminated.
Instead, the river is a 10 of diamonds, and the crowd appreciating the winning hand. It's the deuces on the board that win, but Barry's 8 outkicks Lee's 7, eliminating Lee Salem. Barry Greenstein moves on. We move back to Chip Reese and Henry Ornstein now. Ornstein has crafted a large lead over Chip Reese, and as we see on the Amberbach pocket cam, suited ace-5 for Reese.
Pretty good hand. He raises 2,000.
Raising on the button as per usual. Suited ace-10 for Ornstein.
Better hand. He raises 5,000, makes it 7,600.
And Chip's going to empty out the kitty here. He puts his tournament life at stake by raising to all in. And Henry calls.
Henry's big favorite here. Chip's going to need some spades or a 5 to stay in the tournament.
Chip Reese regarded as one of the favorites in the field. 81-year-old Henry Ornstein with a sizable chip position coming into this hand. And the flop comes out. Spades, you say. There are a couple of them. Queen, Jack, 4, 2 spades, and Chip flops a flush draw.
Chip has actually become the favorite in this hand. He needs a spade or a 5. He's a little bit favorite. You can see it 46 to 43. So Chip's in a much better position with that flop.
Turn card's a 9 of clubs.
That didn't help any. Now Chip's going to need a spade or a 5 or he's going to be eliminated.
Henry Ornstein knew that he drew a very tough competitor in his first round match.
He's got to fade one more card.
River brings a 3 of diamonds and brings a huge upset win for Henry Ornstein, who knocks out Chip Reese.
David got Goliath today.
Lindsay Czarniak is with the winner.
Henry, what kind of emotions are you feeling now?
Well, there's no question, there's a certain amount of exhilaration, because after all, Chip is considered by many the best all-around poker player in the world. And so it was a lot of fun and a lot of excitement, no question about it.
We'll be back from the National Heads Up Poker Championship right after this. Several big names have already advanced to the round of 32. John Jawanda eliminated Xiao Zhang. Amir Vahidi sported his trademark cigar and knocked out John Young. Mike Carroll, the so-called mad genius of poker, got past one of the pre-tournament favorites, Scotty Wynn. And John Hennigan eliminated Lane Flack. So round one in the clubs bracket is almost complete. Gabe, what surprised you most?
What surprised me is the intensity of the players. Heads up is a very special kind of poker, and pride is on the line.
Well, the only club match still to be decided is Doyle Brunson and Billy Baxter. We take you back to the featured table.
Bill, you're tough man.
Talk about intensity. You can see the intensity on these two old warriors' faces.
King 6 for Doyle Brunson, and he raises to 3,000. Suited 9-8 for Billy Baxter, who quickly calls.
Even though he's a statistical underdog here, I'd much rather have Billy's hand. 8-9 of hearts, suited connectors. You could win a lot of money with that hand.
And the flop comes out. Jack 9-4. Billy flops a pair of nines.
He checks him, and Doyle's got nothing. He checks too.
Turns a 5 of hearts. Billy has a flush draw now, and he checks.
And Doyle Brunson continues his aggressive play and bets 5,000 on a straight-out bluff.
Billy Baxter likes this, and he's quick to call.
Yeah, he's got a pair and a flush draw.
River's a 7 of hearts, so Billy makes the flush on the river.
I'm all in.
And moves all in.
There's no way Doyle's going to call. He's got king high.
Got one good one.
Billy bet all that money because he thought Doyle might have a hand. Doyle did bet 5,000 on 4th Street. And Billy thought, well, if he has a hand, he might pay me off. But Doyle had nothing.
And Doyle lays it down. So concern on the faces of the Brunson family now as their hero is short stacked.
Come on, cards. Give me something.
Lines really going up now. 6 and 1,200. That's 1,800 every hand with only 40,000 in chips in play.
Ace 3 for Billy Baxter.
3,000.
Raises to 3,000. King 5 suited for Doyle Brunson.
As aggressively as Doyle's been playing, I doubt if you throw this hand away now. He might even be thinking about raising with it.
Yeah, I'll take a flop and see what happens.
Instead, he just calls. Flop comes 7 ace queen. Billy flops a pair of aces, but a couple of diamonds, and Doyle flops a flush draw.
The nut flush draw.
Both players check. Turns a 5 of clubs. Doyle pairs his 5s.
All in.
And Doyle moves all in.
I finally got to move all in on him.
Wow, now Billy Baxter has a lot to think about. Is Doyle on a draw, or does he have a better ace, maybe 2 pair? There's 2 flush draws out there. Doyle has done everything in this match. He's bluffed, he's slow played hands, he's gone all in on some flush and straight draws.
Call him over.
Oh, here we go. Billy Baxter calls. Doyle Brunson needs a diamond, a king, or a 5.